So next one is the intentional fork. An intentional fork in the context of blockchains is a deliberate branching of the blockchain into two or more separate chains. So in this fork, we are dividing the blockchain into two or more separate chains. In accidental forks, we are without unknowingly we are creating new type of chains. So because of the network issues or software glitches or temporary inconsistencies, whereas the intentional forks are planned and executed by the developers or the blockchain community to introduce the significant changes or improvements for the underlying technology or to uh, upgrade the system. So there are two types of intentional forks, that is the hard fork and soft fork. Hard fork is a significant change in a blockchain's protocol, so creating two separate and incompatible versions of the chain. So here it is dividing the chain into two separate chains. So old chain and new chain. So now let us consider a busy lane. So a busy lane, so which is having more traffic problems, more traffic issues here. So we have to upgrade that road. So either we have to widen that road or we have to create a new lane here. So that supports that allows more vehicles to flow through that road. So here we are hard forking the road, right? That means we are completely shifting to the new thing. So we are either widening or the road or we are creating the new road here. So we are completely shifting here, right? So from the old road to the new road. So that is the hard fork. So if the vehicle has to now travel through that particular place, so to a particular place, it has to go through that new road only. So it can't go through the old road, right? So these are the significant changes that require all nodes on the network to upgrade to the new protocol or software version. So if they don't, they will be disconnected from the main chain and become part of a separate chain. So if the nodes wants to work in the network, they have to definitely upgrade to the new protocol. Let us suppose if now if anyone wants to use the Windows XP and use the latest software, so they can't use the latest software using the Windows XP or Windows older versions because they are incompatible now. So the compatible versions are Windows 8, 10, and 11. Right. So this latest Windows OS will support the applications, whereas the older versions of the Windows won't support the applications, right? So this is if you want to use the latest software, we have to definitely use the latest OS. So this is an example of the hard fork, real-time example of the hard fork. So hard forks are often used for major upgrades or fundamental changes to the consensus mechanism, like Ethereum hard fork that created the Ethereum Classic. So now Ethereum now we are using is Ethereum 2.0 version, which is a hard forked version of the Ethereum Classic. Now let us see some of the examples of the hard fork, that is Bitcoin Cash fork from Bitcoin to increase the block size, and Ethereum Classic fork from the Ethereum after the DAO hack or DAO attack, that is the decentralized autonomous organization attack, and Litecoin fork from Bitcoin for the in order to enhance the transaction confirmations or enhance in order to fasten the transactions, they forked the Litecoin from the Bitcoin. So these are the different types of hard forks that happened in the real time. Then advantages of the hard fork. So it can increase the performance, security, or usefulness of the blockchain, right? So we can add the new rules to the existing blockchain, and we are adding some new rules. Suppose if there is any attack or hacks, then we can easily roll back to the previous transactions and we can avoid that hack. So they can solve the security flaws or other issues with the blockchain. So they have the ability to establish a new blockchain with the different rules or features. So they have the ability to create a new blockchain, a completely different path with different rules or features. They can settle a dispute inside the blockchain community concerning the blockchain's future path. So this is about the hard forks. Now let us see the example on hard fork. So there are so here a blockchain is divided into two parts. There is a split into two parts in the hard fork. A hard fork in a blockchain is a significant change to the protocol rules that creates a permanent divergence in this blockchain. So there is a division of two blockchains here after the fork. So you can imagine a road that is a blockchain where everyone agrees on the rules of travel. A hard fork is like a major construction project that creates a permanent split in the road. So after the fork, there are two separate blockchains evolved. This results in two separate blockchains emerging from the same point, that is the fork point. Transactions made on one chain won't be recognized by the other chain. And we know that forking is nothing but an upgrade to the blockchain. This upgrade might involve changes like increasing the block size, implementing new features, or fixing security vulnerabilities. Suppose in the original chain, that is in the old rules, the block size is 8 MB. So here for the new rule, I want to reduce the block size to from 8 MB to 6 MB. So then there will be a permanent fork, and we have to create the blockchain will accept only the blocks with the size 6 MB. It won't no longer accept the blocks with the 8 MB after the fork. And the best example for the hard fork is Ethereum Classic and Ethereum 2.0. Okay, so after the fork, the Ethereum is divided into two parts, that is Ethereum Classic and Ethereum 2.0 version. So another real-time example of the hard fork is Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is a hard fork of the Bitcoin in 2017. It it occurred. So in 2017, there was a disagreement within the Bitcoin community about how to scale the network. Some users wanted to increase the block size to handle more transactions, while others preferred a different approach. This disagreement led to a hard fork creating Bitcoin Cash with larger blocks. Now there are two separate blockchains, that is the original Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. And transactions on one chain are not valid on the other. So this is about the real-time examples of the hard fork.